Okay, some pretty bad news for P. Diddy. In fact, this is extremely bad news for him, guys. It's not looking good in any capacity, and we're going to deep dive into this for 5 to 6 minutes. Hey guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, please click that button and subscribe to the channel and the notifications bell. It's 24/7 daily and consistent content injected. Send a super thanks, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. So we're going to get into a particular individual behind the scenes who is really managing and controlling a lot and working against P. Diddy, and why this man is extremely powerful. And this man is the guy who is running and controlling Cassie's initial law case, and how he was able to get this settled within 24 hours. His name, who is the lawyer for Cassie, is Douglas Wigdors. Now we're going to get into a deep dive of this man, who he is, what he's done, what cases he's beat, and then you guys will really understand and realize why this is extremely bad news for him. We've looked at the lawsuits, we've read them, we've read the allegations, but we haven't looked into the lawyers that are controlling and handling the cases from behind the scenes that are working against P. Diddy. Douglas Wigdors has levied cases against the most powerful players in the business, political, and entertainment industry, and has won the cases that he's fought for. His trial verdicts, arbitration, awards, and settlements exceed $1 billion, which exceeds P. Diddy's net worth, guys. From Dominic Strauss-Kahn to Harvey Weinstein to the NFL, Mr. Wigdors has been at the forefront of some of the most impactful sexual cases and employment discrimination of the last decade. He was the forefront of the Me Too movement, named a top 100 Hollywood power lawyer by The Hollywood Reporter and a top music lawyer by Billboard. Some of his notable clients include 8 alleged victims of SA by Harvey Weinstein, including 2 women who testified at Weinstein's criminal trial. The hotel maid in the Dominic Strauss-Kahn. Dominic Strauss-Kahn was somebody who used to help fund the United Nations, so he was far bigger than P. Diddy. Former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores and interim head coach Stephen Wilkes in a historic race discrimination class action against the NFL, and won as well. Not only that, but there are numerous other cases. NBA All-Star Charles Oakley in an assault and battery lawsuit involving James Dolan and Madison Square Garden, as well as a case in connection with the Grammy Awards, 2 women in their claims of SA by billionaire private equity executive Leon Black, the former chief of staff to ousted WeWork CEO. Mr. Wigdors' high-profile cases are frequently covered in the international news media, as we're seeing now with P. Diddy. This man has been seen with Johnny Cochran, the GOAT. He's been seen with Trump. He's been seen with Bill and Hillary Clinton. He's even been complimented by the President Joe Biden. So in other words, Douglas Wigdors is about to send P. Diddy up the damn river and into the woods. And he has no chances. And also what I find interesting is that Douglas is representing the latest lawsuit victim, which, under 18, with the specific pictures, obviously with evidence to show that, this lady knew who P. Diddy was. And for the fact that this man, Douglas, is now handling multiple lawsuits against P. Diddy, gives me the inclination that he is definitely going to try and bring up a class action lawsuit where there are going to be multiple people behind the lawsuit, a group going against P. Diddy. P. Diddy does not have a chance against this man. I think a lot of us have professed that the reason why R. Kelly is in prison is because he was broke, and that P. Diddy has significant wealth and that he can pay to settle these lawsuits. However, Douglas has gone against people who are not only more powerful than P. Diddy, but also those who have a lot more wealth than P. Diddy. And when it comes to settlements, verdicts, and arbitration, he's gathered more money for them than what P. Diddy has in the bank. So P. Diddy financially, from a financial aspect, is far more weaker than what Douglas has fought against with multiple other people, especially when it comes to the likes of Harvey Weinstein. Douglas, is pretty strong. Dominique Strauss-Kahn, somebody who used to fund the United Nations, the NFL, the Grammys, an equity billionaire. He's gone against multiple powerful people, far more powerful than P. Diddy. I want to make that point very clear, which is why I'm repeating it. So therefore, P. Diddy does not have a chance. And especially with this New York Survivors Act that expired, with allegedly up to 600 to 1,200 cases already filed, my initial assumption is that Douglas is going to take on a plethora of these cases, because these victims, alleged victims, are going to come forth and confide confide into him. He is going to handle these cases and go up against P. Diddy. I also feel like Douglas would want to push for a criminal kind of prosecution. I also feel like whilst, these alleged victims want financial compensation as of right now for civil lawsuits, he's going to push for criminal lawsuits. He's also going to push for a class action lawsuit as well. And for the fact that he's won against billionaires, and for the fact that he's garnered over $1 billion for the people that he's represented overall in his career, and that he is a partner at his law firm and one of the top 100 Hollywood lawyers and top 100 in America in general, P. Diddy does not have a chance against this man. I wanted to do a quick 5 to 6 deep dive videos so that you guys can take away from this video that the people that are hiring this lawyer Douglas, he is a very powerful attorney, a huge powerful attorney, and P. Diddy does not have a chance against them. A US senator came forward to say you would much rather have Douglas Wigdors sitting by your side than sitting against you when it comes to trials, lawsuits, and sitting in court. So P. Diddy does not have a chance. He doesn't have a chance. There are going to be more lawsuits coming, and I would not be surprised gradually if something gets prosecuted with Douglas's tactics. I know he will try push for that, especially with multiple more victims coming forth. If it was just this one lawsuit with Cassie and it was settled and there was no more coming out, then perhaps I would say it's a different story because that has been settled without prejudice. She can't bring that up in court again. But for the fact that there's been 3 to 4 more lawsuits and the fact that Douglas is representing more of these alleged victims, it gives me the impression that he's going to continue to represent a lot more. So Douglas Wigdors is a legendary, powerful, extremely well-connected attorney in the business and has won and fought against billionaires. P. Diddy does not have a chance. When it rains, it pours, and if Douglas is there to hold an umbrella for these alleged victims so that they don't get harmed, P. Diddy is done for. He can't fight. I highly doubt he has any lawyers that are going to be far more powerful, especially with these lawyers coming out with numerous statements for P. Diddy, which he didn't need to do initially, in my opinion, which I thought was poor. This is why this man, P. Diddy, was looking stressed in his house in Miami, because he knew immediately, I'm pretty sure when these lawsuits were coming his way, him and his lawyers, the first questions they were asking is, who is representing Cassie? Who is representing these individuals? If it's somebody like Douglas, and if you look at his track record where he's consistently won, P. Diddy is going to be in major trouble. He's not going to be able to stand a chance. In my opinion, I just don't see him standing a chance. He was the front runner lawyer for the Me Too movement, especially when it comes to Weinstein, representing over 8 victims and winning all of those cases. Whereas Harvey Weinstein right now, sitting in prison, sitting in the jail cell. So we have to look at it from a legal perspective, not reading the lawsuits, but who is writing up these lawsuits? Who's controlling it? Who's handling it? Who's managing it? Let's get to that back front as well, if that makes sense, as opposed to looking at these videos resurfacing and etc. Let's look at the lawyer behind and the track record that he has. And P. Diddy is done for, guys. I didn't even realize that this Douglas guy had such a significantly strong track record, beating much more powerful people than P. Diddy. Once I read all of that, I thought it's an absolute wrap. There's no way P. Diddy can win against this lawyer in any capacity. He's in huge trouble with a lot of these lawsuits coming forth, and if a class action lawsuit comes his way, if something becomes criminally prosecuted, which I know Douglas will push for as he's done so and has significant experience in previous cases, wrap it up, child. Wrap it up. He's about to send his ass up the river and into the woods. It's a wrap. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, I would really appreciate it. I'm filming this for you at nearly 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm filming this video. I did some quick research on him to get this out to you, so I would really appreciate it if you click that button, guys, and subscribe. It's just one click. Click the notifications bell, comment down below, and please give this video a thumbs up. Send a super thanks if you guys wish to. There's a $ sign there, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.